Hi everyone, welcome to GemChem. Now today's video will be on alkenes part 2. Here we will discuss about the general methods of preparation of alkenes, and the preparation using dehydration of alcohols will be discussed in details. Now before starting, if you have not watched alkenes part 1 video, do watch it. I will give the link in the description box. Now let us start. What are the general methods of preparation? Now first we can use by dehydration of alcohols, or by pyrolytic elimination, or by dehydrohalogenation of alkyl halides, and last but not the least by Wittig reaction. We will discuss each of the methods in different videos. Now in this video we will deal with the dehydration of alcohols. So let us start. Now what are the facts for dehydration of alcohols? Usually under acidic condition this occurs. Acid must be strong and should have non-nucleophilic counter anion. Phosphoric acid, the counter ion is PO4 3-, or we can also take it as H2PO4-, right? And in this case for sulfuric acid we can take it HSO4-. So these two anions are not at all nucleophilic, and this is important. Now we will see what are the commonly used: H2SO4, H3PO4 and KHSO4. And the alumina can be used also being a Lewis acid. Alumina is Al2O3. Now see, secondary and tertiary alcohols undergo dehydration faster than primary alcohols. Now we have already discussed what is secondary and what is tertiary. When a carbon is attached to other two carbons, then it is a secondary carbon, and having an alcohol functional group OH with it is known as secondary alcohol. Whereas tertiary alcohols attached to 3 carbon atom, that carbon, and 1 with the OH. So that is tertiary alcohol. Now primary and secondary alcohols, which we know, undergo dehydration by protonation followed by E2 elimination, whereas tertiary alcohols undergo protonation followed by E1 elimination. We know what is E2 and E1. E2 is the elimination which follows a concerted mechanism, whereas E1 is the elimination which occurs in 2 steps. That is, it is a 2-step reaction. Now let us see. What is it? It states that this KHSO4 is more utilized because it is crystalline and easier to handle than sulfuric acid, whereas it avoids the carring or charring of organic product, that is black product formation above it due to the charring method. So this is the utility of using KHSO4. Now let us see few reactions. Now see this particular case, there we have taken a 3-degree alcohol, this alcohol part, and a hydrogen from here is being eliminated, right, to give this double bond. So follow each and every step. So this is for 3-degree alcohol. Now see, this is also a 3-degree alcohol, right, because here there is a carbon from benzene ring and 2 carbons from here and here, right. So see this one, here a 3-degree carbon atom is used and 3-degree alcohol, that is tertiary alcohol, is used, and we have used KHSO4 heat to get a alkene. Similarly for last one also, it is also a 3-degree and we have got an alkene. Now here a question comes for this case. Look here, the hydrogen can be eliminated from this portion, also this portion, but we always take the more substituted one. The reason for this is because it has more hyperconjugative structure. Okay, now see this one, here also from here OH gets away and from here one hydrogen gets away to form this product. Similarly for this one, from here hydrogen comes out because this is the most substituted position rather than this one. So here the formation of most substituted alkene, right, this position. So this is important. Now let us see this one. Dehydration of primary alcohols requires much stronger acidic conditions and higher temperature in comparison to the second and tertiary alcohol. Because this is a primary alcohol which on reacting at low temperature basically dimerizes and forms a ether, that is diethyl ether. And if temperature is increased to 170 degree, then there is a formation of alkene. So this is important fact. With primary alcohols larger than propyl, mixture of alkenes result. What happens? We can get alkene here or here or here. Why this occurs? Let us see the mechanism. Now see, this is our carbon chain, right? Now, this occurs via E2 elimination. So, first protonation occurs, right? So, on protonation, we get this as OH2 plus, because oxygen being electronegative, hydrogen will be added here only. Now, on E2 elimination, we obtain this kind of thing. Right. Now again protonation occurs. Now when protonation occurs, it occurs at the end here and the double bond opens up like this. So there is a carbocation, right? So the hydrogen present here is being donated in this position and the formation of next product. Not this one. This one is being formed. So that is why isomerization takes place. Now this can continue. Again protonation can occur and then the product might become like this. That is, double bond can come here also. So this continues. Now what is the mechanism for tertiary alcohols? Basically tertiary alcohols undergoes E1 elimination. So first we take a tertiary alcohol. Okay. This is the tertiary alcohol and it has a carbon here and a carbon here. Now on first protonation what we get? We get actually this one, that is hydrogen is being added in OH, so OH2 plus. Then we have formation of carbocation. So this one leaves, so we obtain this kind of thing, right? CH and here also C plus, and here we can write that water has come out. Then what happens? Then we see that a base is being added and this abstracts the proton and this gives up here to form our most important and required alkene, right? So this is how it occurs, and this method from here to here, this is actually E1 elimination. Clear? Now this is an example where we have used alumina, that is Al2O3 as Lewis acid. Now here see elimination and formation of most substituted product. Clear? Now we should know the reactivity. 1 degree is least reactive whereas 3 degrees most reactive. This can be explained by considering stability of transition state, right? Now what is the stability of transition state? What we are trying to say, see that this one actually is our transition state. This has delta positive charge and this part also has delta positive charge, that is this carbon and this OH2 plus. Now carbocation is stabilized through plus I effect and hyperconjugative effect. We have to understand plus I and hyperconjugative effect. These are concepts we have to understand. So these are the two things on which carbocation stability is accepted, right? So 3 degree carbocation will be more stable than 2 degree cation because see 3 degree cation has 3 carbons, right, in the 3 directions. So they will donate and exhibit plus I effect. So they will be more stabilized, that cation will be more stabilized, and thus rate of formation will also increase through this reactivity order. So this is important. Because of the stability of plus I effect and hyperconjugation, 3 degree carbocation is more stable than other cations 2 degree and 1 degree. As a result, reactivity order also increases in that pattern, as this concept can be explained using stability of transition state. Now, few facts of dehydration of alcohols. Dehydration of alcohols may be regioselective. That is that it will be dependent on which region. Either it will be more substituted or less substituted. So this is regioselectivity. And dehydration of alcohols may accompany rearrangement. We have already seen that isomerization have taken place. Similarly, rearrangement can also occur in dehydration of alcohols. And dehydration of alcohols may be stereoselective, like from product will be obtained cis or trans depending upon the reactivity and nature of the substrate. So this is important. These 3 topics, that is dehydration of alcohols may be regioselective, may accompany rearrangement, and may be stereoselective, will be discussed in details in some other video after completing the preparation of whole alkene portion, right? So up to this, it is important to learn about dehydration of alcohols, and sometimes question comes on these details. So we will deal it with later. So this much for today. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe and comment.